Hey, what is up, you sexy beasts? GhostSickness Tristan here, and I'm going to be telling you a funny story about the very first time that I actually got led on / friendzoned. So this all starts back at the end of the 7th grade. So on the last day of school of the 7th grade, my friend and I had been eyeballing this girl for the entire freaking year. She was just so damn hot, and she was in the year below us. I know, kind of creepy, right? But either way, and we had been, eyeballing her, and she noticed. She thought we were kind of creepy. But either way, I'll get into that. And so she was like, her friend was on the bus, but she wasn't on the last day of school. I'm like, damn, we were going to ask for her number today, but we couldn't. So her friend's like, hey, I'll give you her number. And we're like, really? And so we get her phone number, and we text her later that day. We're like, hey, how's it going? And we start talking it up, and she's like, yeah, I thought you guys are kind of creepy, whatever, make some jokes, make her laugh a little bit, and then we hang out during, I think the same day, actually, the same day or the next day. I'm pretty sure it was the same day, my friend and I with her, and so it was really, really awesome. We got to meet her and talk to her and stuff, and I started liking her even more. So we continued texting all the time. We texted all day, every day, and it was just kind of this crazy thing that we did at the time because, well, we were young. It's not like I'm married, but either way. So we started texting, and we would get to know each other a lot. We'd ask random questions, and it would be very interesting because I learned a texting lesson that year from a girl in grade 8 because she was like, look, when you're texting a girl, you gotta ask random questions. That's where I get it from. Because she's like, this is how you stay interesting, this is how you keep a girl interested in you, and so it's just really, really good stuff in general. So I started doing that, getting to know her well, that also works, and I got really interested in her, like more than I was before, more than just, oh my god, that girl's hot or whatever. It started to become this, like, I like you kind of thing, and I told her, and she was like, yeah, I like you too, but I have a boyfriend, and I'm just like, boyfriend? Really? Boyfriend? And so I'm just like, well, that's not very cool. Oh, I'm also doing a vlog, guys, because you guys really enjoyed the very first one, the first official vlog, the very first, like, permanent vlog that I did on my channel. Just kind of weird looking at myself and just stuff like that. So anyway, oh man, I'm getting distracted. I'm done getting distracted. So we texted all the time. I ended up staying at my grandparents' house for like an entire weekend. We texted nonstop all day. That time when you're like texting people and you just never get bored of them. You meet new people and stuff like that. You just never get sick of them, and it's just all new and all this stuff. You're hearing about their life day in and day out. It's just really, really interesting stuff. And so we keep texting. She was quote, quote, very interested in me. So she was dating this guy, and she ended up breaking up with him. And then I was like, how are you? Are you okay with it? Or he broke up with her or something. They broke up either way, and I was satisfied. I'm like, all right, well, do you want to finally date? And she's like, yeah. And over text, I was like, do you want to go out with me? And she's like, yeah, sure, that'd be great. And so apparently I started dating her on July 27th of 2010. So this was right kind of in the middle of summer, right before 8th grade, so between 7th and 8th grade summer. Pretty good stuff looking back at my Facebook history. That's how I actually know the date. I didn't remember, like, oh yeah, July 27th. We're dating. I don't know. So either way, we started dating then, and then we're like, all right, well, this is going well. We're texting and stuff. I'm like, trying to arrange to hang out, but she would just kind of put me off. And you guys are like, oh my god, why are you talking about dating a girl when you talk about being led on? And I'll get into that. And so it's a very interesting paradox. I don't know. I wanted to talk about this for quite a while. So I started dating her, and it's like, all right, this is really cool. And I made an entire video about what happened 2 days later. So 2 days later, still texting her and stuff. We haven't hung out. We haven't had any time to. Well, she, quote, quote, didn't have any time to. I could just kind of call bullshit on it. She didn't hang out with me. And so I'm like, Well, I'm texting her one of the times, and she's like, look, I fucked up. And I'm like, what? She's like, no, I don't want to tell you anymore. I don't want to tell you. And so obviously, I'm like, look, you're going to tell me, please. I was like, tell me. No, I'm just kidding. But either way, I basically got the information out of her. It took a crowbar and pulled 3 of her teeth. But either way, I got the information out of her. That's a joke, by the way, guys. It's a joke, by the way, guys. Got the information out of her, and she's like, I cheated on you. And I'm like, fucking already? 2 days? 2 days, man, this happened? And I talked about this in entire commentary, so I'm not going to go into too much detail, but that's what happened. And the commentary, never let it go, never forget. So I was like, well, that's pretty interesting. So yeah, we're through, and she would like argue with me, oh my god, it won't happen again. Of course, it's typical girl stuff, and I guess guys do it too if they're caught cheating. But I'm loving the hair, by the way, man. Tristan looking good, man. Just so beautiful. Either way, So I was like, I broke up with her, and she kept arguing to have me back. And I'm like, look, I need to go for a walk. I'm just so done with you right now. It's just I finally date her after several months of just being like, oh yeah, oh, look at that girl though, and you want something like that, and then you finally get. And she was pretty fucking hot, by the way. So we started dating, and then she cheated on me. I'm like, nope, lol, nope, you're done. You're a slut. Bye, done. Don't even want to. No, this is my stop it hand. Stop. I'm just like, stop. So, yeah, we're through. I'm done with you. No, you get no second chances. Cheating, especially after 2 days, like, god damn, woman. Okay, that's not the topic of discussion. So, guys, we do that, and I'm just like, oh my god, so irate at her. And she really wanted me back, quote, quote, pretended like she did, but I'm going to get into that. So we continue texting like a little bit here and there. We had definitely like a break period of, no texting, nothing, stuff like that. And, we ended up just texting and stuff, and I would be her friend in 8th and 9th grade. I'm pretty sure just mainly 8th grade summer, etc. like that. We would end up hanging out and like smoking hookah and stuff. That's where the hookah story I peeped in my brother's car comes from. That was her house. And so, we would hang out and stuff, and we would cuddle and do weird stuff. We ended up making out a few times because we were playing Truth or Dare, and it was actually really fun at the top of the hill one time. I don't know, this is really interesting period in my life. But basically, during this entire time, she had friendzoned me. She had led me on. She had said, I'm not looking to date you right now. And I don't know why I liked her again. This is stupid. I'm like, look, she cheated on me. I don't want this girl back. I don't want that girl back, no. But I couldn't help myself, basically. I'm like, damn, this girl's attractive, and she's, she's cool. She's got a good personality and stuff, except for the cheating thing, so no, stay strong, Tristan. So I was like, no, but she had continued to lead me on. She was like, look, I don't want to date right now. There's this other guy, and, stuff like that. And she would come to me with her boyfriend problems, and of course I would help her. The typical cliche of stupidness of this guy, this noggin brain right here. And I just, my god, I couldn't even. And I would talk to my parents about it, and they're like, look, dude, she's putting you on the back burner. She's totally not going to date you anytime in the future. And I'm just like, are you fucking kidding me? Are you, like, really? And so I really couldn't come to terms with it. I don't know. I just didn't want to accept the fact that I was that unattractive, How could you do that to me? And so I'm like, all right, well, here's the deal. I should just end all ties with her. I really should. And I don't know how long this went on. It went on for a while. I'm talking over a year about. I'm pretty sure it was over a year. But either way, texting her and coming over every once in a while, and, like cuddling and just talking about dating and stuff. But she never went through with it. And I never explicitly asked her out because I'm like, do you like me? And she's like, well, I do, but there's this other guy. And she would also like have boyfriends periodically. And that was my breaking point. That was the final realization when it finally clicks that you're in the friend zone. You need to get out. You need to run, and you need to get out early. You need to realize you're in the friend zone. If you're constantly listening to a girl talk about her problems, ex-boyfriends, whatever, whomever it is, and she is coming to you for these things, you need to run. You need to stop. Okay, let's word it this way. I don't mean to cut all ties with them. It works, definitely, it does work. But what you also can do is basically really tone down your conversations with them. Really just, if they want to talk about your boyfriends, be like, stop that shit, I don't want to hear it. And, hopefully they get the message. Yes, it's kind of rude. Also, you can just cut all ties and kind of move on with your life. But I'm not saying you can't be friends with these girls. What I'm saying until you get over your feelings with these girls, you cannot interact with them, because it'll only make those feelings worse. It'll only be like, oh, this is, it's reinforcing. It's like they're enabling you when they're not trying to, right? It's reinforcing those beliefs that, oh my god, this person is really everything they thought they were, because you're not actually dating that person. You don't realize how horrible they are, like I did in that relationship 2 days. And I'm not saying that happens every time. And you can get out of the friend zone. I did it with Jen, winky face. I got out of that friend zone though. But either way, well, she got out of that friend zone. I don't know. It's complicated. I friends on her. It's really complicated. I'll probably do an entire commentary about that, but not talking about why we split. Either way, sadly, I respect her opinion. Man, I'm just getting way off track. Either way, guys. So that's the thing you need to take away from this. I don't know how long it happened. I really don't. It was definitely over a year. It was a while that I was not whipped. Yes, whipped. Yes, whipped. I was whipped. And I was basically like, oh, I'm always here for you. I'm always here for you. And that all that cliche bullshit, man. You don't want to be that guy. You don't want to be that, oh, this guy's really, really cool. You should date him. No, no, no. He's my friend. I don't think of him as a friend. I like him. And that's things typically girls say. Look out for phrases like, you're a brother to me, or I really like you, but, or stupid stuff like that, or, there's this other guy, and stuff like that is really just like, you know what, if things go bad with this guy, I have you, but I'm not going to date you. I'm just going to complain about everyone else I date, because, it's like job resumes, right? Let's say you apply to a business, and you're like, hey business, how's it going? And they're like, nah, here, let me call this guy. So, hey man, how's it going? We did not like your app. We loved your application actually, but we want to hire someone exactly like you, just not you. And so you're like, all right, well, you too then. So you hang up. Maybe 2 weeks later, they call you and they're like, hey, so we hired this guy named Bob, and he sucks. And we're like, okay. Well, he fit your resume build really well. I'm like, all right. But he never shows up to work. It's like, well, you could hire me, And that totally ties back with girls just being like, oh my god, I really don't like you, but let's see here. I don't want to date you right now. And then I'm going to bitch about all these other guys. And I'm sorry I'm getting off on a rant, but this is a life lesson a lot of teenage guys need to go through. And I'm not saying older people can't be friend zone. I'm just saying they're more readily accepting of it. And they're just like, well, I'm in the friend zone, so I better fucking leave, And older guys don't really have girls as like just friends, stuff like that. So it doesn't happen. And this is why you need to learn young that she is using you just to be there for her, have a shoulder to cry on, and she knows you will always be there. So you're basically her bitch, and I was her bitch, and I did not realize for the longest time. I'm just like, oh, no, she totally wants me back. I'm totally going to date her. No, she's a horrible girl to date. Horrible, cheats, and just, my parents would try to reaffirm these beliefs, but, that I rarely thought, of course, but just in one ear, out the other, and I just couldn't deal with it because I liked her too damn much. It's just like, when you love people, not love, but you know what I mean. When you like people, you're just kind of ignorant of it. You're like, oh, no, this is whatever. No, they can't do that. There's no way. And it's just kind of this paradox. It's just, you kind of become ignorant when you like someone. And it's, I don't know. It's really interesting why you don't like see their flaws or really like delve into them, winky face. So what I would say to that is get the hell out of there. If you recognize weird phrases like that, or you're always hearing about her talking about her boyfriends, and you haven't made a move, you haven't told her, you haven't asked her out, do that shit. And also, I'm going to be talking about how, and this is a long commentary, but I love it. I know you guys love it too. So, I'm going to be talking about how to avoid the friend zone altogether. And here's some things you can do. So, you meet a girl, you start texting her, whatever. Maybe you get her number, maybe she's in your class. Doesn't really matter. However, you get her number, maybe you just call her, maybe you hang out with her first. I don't know, maybe you meet her hanging out with someone or at a social event or something, and you tell her you like her. Maybe you just balls up and ask her out. Either way, you can tell her you like her, and if she doesn't reciprocate the feelings, you can be like, all right, well, it's nice knowing you, I guess. I'm gonna move on. Have a great day, and I'll be in that back alley crying myself to sleep. So no, but what you need to do is make a move, man. Make a move within the first month, 2 weeks. 2 weeks is like the statute of limitations on when you should make that move. Because if not, the girl will be like, maybe this guy's kind of clingy. Maybe this guy's this. Maybe this guy's that. Or, I don't really like him that way. Or maybe, if you're within the 2 week statute of limitations, she should give you a chance, maybe. And I'm not saying this happens every time. But if you like a girl and you realize you like a girl, make a move before she moves on from liking you. Because there's been situations where I liked a girl at one point and she actually liked me at the same point, and we talked about it years later, and I never made a move. I was just like, no, there's no way that girl could like me. There's no way. 8-year-old version of me? Really? 8-year-old version of me is a fine-ass motherfucker. No, but, Stuff like that, man. You need to recognize this. And if you get friend zoned, you need to distance yourself from this girl. You need to move on and better yourself. And you can have friends who are girls. You can have friends who are girls who, you know, you talk to about normal stuff. You don't need to always be that guy. And yes, you can be there for your friends and stuff. But if you know you're in this friend zone and there's no way out, then ask them out. If it doesn't work, move the hell on. You deserve better. You deserve to not be in that friend zone because it's a very depressing place. And, yeah, so I really hope you guys did enjoy this video. If you did, don't forget to smash that like button. Also, comment fan right there. That's a fan. That's a heat fan. Just comment fan if you made it to this far. Like, not like, oh my god, I'm a fan. Well, that would work too if you capitalize fan. But I really hope you guys did enjoy this vlog. More coming on the My First, maybe. I just really want to talk about the friend zone for you because it is a very treacherous place and no one wants to go in that abyss because you will most likely never come out. Really hope you guys enjoy this video. Again, have a great day and remember the fact that I love you long time. We're out of time.